going to be a long, hot, dry and dangerous fire season.
Tourists and locals evacuated en masse.
Just worry about people, you worry about your life.
In the blaze that's blackened 1.2 million hectares of Victoria's...
We were really scared. We were really scared.
We've got the most toxic air in the world at the moment, so it's pretty sad. So, yeah, it's tough. Tennis Australia, we've organised something on Wednesday night. I'm not too sure how it's going to work.
How are you? I love that the whole country and the whole city has gotten together and raising money for the bushfires.
Always it's nice to be on court with the friends and try to help in some ways.
It's going to be a fun night. We're going to have a blast out there and hopefully we'll raise a ton of money.
Yeah, talking with Roger a couple of hours ago, we decided to give 250,000 Australian dollars to the barn fires relief together. So
the movement I started was just me on my phone. It gained a lot of traction. I'd see a lot of athletes, getting involved and just trying to raise some funds. Obviously, the more aces, the better. But what's going on at the moment it's devastating. People losing their homes, their lives. It's given us the platform to help. See, next gen. Yeah. How slow they are. Unbelievable.
It's a good feeling, get together, as a tennis family. It's exciting to be able to help tonight.
Nick Kyrgios! The 20-time Grand Slam winner, Roger Federer!
Follows it up with an ace.
And another $100 to the aces tally.
I'm pleased to announce the total now stands at $4,826,014.
I got goosebumps when you said that number and when everyone, came together tonight. It's just an amazing feeling.
It was a huge story because even before we got here, coming from where I come from in the United Kingdom, it was massive. It was all over the news. And so you arrived wondering what the smoke levels were in the sky, how it would affect the players and the air quality. And we'd not seen this before in this way at the Australian Open.
First 2 days here were pretty unusual.
I definitely was concerned and am. I think it changes every day. There's a lot of factors on how it can change.
Whether that's going to stay or not, we don't know because the fires are still ongoing. So, we hope not.
We watch for smoke. Here's on that cloud photo here. We can see where the smoke is. That information gets passed through to the referee and the director.
Every day, all the players in the tournament made sure that all the players are updated on what the play conditions would be like. And it's literally every day. We're just waiting every day to see how the air quality will be.
The Australian Open, officially opened by MARAT, SAFIN and Lindsay Davenport.
Well, for me, it's an honor to be presenting the trophy. Time passed already 15 years, actually, since I won here, and only one time. Well, for me, it was a kind of stressful time. I made already 2 times in the final, and I couldn't win it. And then the third one, and you play against Leighton, you have to win. And they losing the first set, and I start to panic. And then all of a sudden, it was like a present from above. Actually, I have to admit, and it was a difficult one for me mentally to make myself move and make myself relax a little bit more because otherwise it was not going the right way. But definitely I didn't experience any pleasure. It was more like a relief for me, that final.
Third time lucky. MARAT SAFIN finally takes victory in Melbourne.
It's a different feeling when you're playing the Grand Slam. It's different story, different approach, mental approach. For every player, it's different. And some players, they can do well in other tournaments and they can come to the Grand Slams. They don't pass to the second round even. I think the most important thing is to pass the first rounds.
Welcome to the 52nd Australian Open, the 208th Grand Slam of the Open era.
I don't really have this mentality of I'm like defending now. It's really weird.
I've been fortunate to, have 7 titles in Australian Open and kind of live probably my best moments on the court in any tournament here in Australia.
We tried to play catch-up after much of the outside court schedule was washed out yesterday.
You know, as tough as it was, I was fortunate to get myself to be here.
You can see what it means to Vekic to beat somebody in the women's game of the stature of Maria Sharapova.
Sasha Zverev is safely through to the second round for the 4th straight year here in Australia.
You know, obviously Australia is a country that is home for us for, you know, over a month time every single year, and we heard what's going on with the bushfires, we heard what's going on with the animals, with the people that are losing their homes. So I will donate $10,000 for every match that I win here, and if I know I'm not the favorite to win this event, but if I win this event, I'm going to donate every single cent to the bushfires. So thank you very much. I hope I'll get a lot of support for it. Thank you.
The Wonder Kid at her first appearance in Australia. What a talent.
They're the reason why I picked up a racket. The Williams sisters, they've always been so kind to me. I think every little girl, or every girl like me, says they're their idols.
A champion that needs no real introduction.
A few years ago, people would have just fallen over and let her win almost. You know, she had that aura about her.
Wang produces one of the most wondrous shots of the tournament so far.
It's about just me playing good tennis, and I didn't do that today.
The women are not frightened of her anymore, and these players realize that she's slightly vulnerable and she can be beaten.
I can't play like that, and like I literally can't do that again. That's unprofessional, and it's not cool.
I feel like even before the tournament, I think almost every player has a belief that they can win it. My mission is to be the greatest. That's my goal, to win as many Grand Slams as possible. So yeah, I believe I can beat everyone.
Remember the date, January 24, 2020. At 15 years of age, Coco Gauff, take a bow.
2 years ago, I lost first round in juniors, and now I'm here. Like, this is crazy.
For me, I think that mostly what I would always like to teach and to share, it's first of all to enjoy this career, because it's a beautiful career.
So here on Margaret Court Arena, it could very well be the last time that we get to see Caroline Wozniacki.
You will miss it. Even they say, you have to be on the road for a long time. I said, you will miss it after.
There's a lot of emotions, a lot of things I can't compartmentalize right now.
And she's got it! Ons Jabeur lives to fight another day at the Australian Open. Takes out Caroline Wozniacki.
I'm ready for the next chapter. I'm ready to do something else. I'm ready to not have a schedule, and I'm just excited to see what the next chapter brings.
Definitely Roger is probably the greatest for me, in my opinion. Djokovic and Rafa can pass him, since Roger is not getting any younger and he doesn't have many years left. But his technique, the way he is just an art.
The cheers ring out for another Federer victory, his 100th here in the most dramatic fashion.
I'm happy I had that match tonight, and I hope I would feel the same way also if I would have lost, to be honest.
Federer shows again that resolute belief and a refusal to believe that he is defeated.
Why couldn't I close this match earlier and all these things, and then all of a sudden you turn the whole thing around within like 2 minutes.
But while we celebrate his success, let's salute John Millman.
I think it's important to have different endings at every slam. We got that. And I'm making sure I experience them all before I leave the game.
I really enjoy watching Nick Kyrgios play. I like to see those emotions. Yes, sometimes maybe he overdoes it. I mean, the crowd love it. At the end, we play for the crowd. You know, that the people come, the people watch, and they come to see him. They don't know what to expect from him.
We've all been young and stupid, but what can you do? But you grew up.
Oh, that is ridiculous.
I could just feel everyone in the crowd, and just everyone just trying to will me over the line. It's a good feeling.
Kyrgios wins an epic on the Melbourne Arena.
he's realised why he wants to play the game. He realises that he's playing for something more than himself.
Two players who are completely different on and off the court. Nadal unites, Nick divides, but they are true rivals on it.
When I criticize him in the past is because he did a couple of things that not the right image for our sport and for the kids.
You know, just that playing for a higher purpose is what he needs.
There's Nick Kyrgios paying tribute to Kobe Bryant.
These are the matches that I want to win the most.
Well, the wizard against the magician.
Can you imagine what's going to happen if this goes to 5?
Edge of your seat stuff here. Extraordinary scenes. Nadal the victor, but Kyrgios can hold his head up high.
Yeah, I feel like I've made progress as a human. I want to keep going in this direction for sure.
When he wants to play tennis, his talent is to be one of the best of the world, without a doubt.
What a reception for the young woman from Ipswich. She carries the hopes of a nation tonight.
I tried to create my own style for me to try and play and develop and grow into.
Ash Barty's dream of becoming the first Australian woman to win on home soil in 42 years remains alive.
I think it's Ash's tournament to win or lose. I mean, everybody, obviously, that's left in the draw is playing great tennis.
That was impressive. Garbiñe Muguruza is through.
What a point! Incredible stuff. You just wonder whether it could be team's time in Melbourne.
Oh, that's too good. What a shot.
Sofia Kenin is through.
Making a little bit of history.
Oh, what a point.
Zverev, masterclass.
There's only the 8 best players in the world left. I think everybody who's still here has a chance.
The mind is the key.
As you train your forehands and backhands, you also train your mind.
Physically and technically, everybody is more or less the same level, but the problem is mental. When you are focused, you're in a zone, so you don't hear anything from outside. But then all of a sudden, when something not going your direction, you start to pay attention to the crowd and what's going on outside, then it means that you are really struggling, in big trouble, because you're focused. Concentration has left you.
First bit of real turbulence in the mental washing machine that can certainly enter proceedings out there.
15 minutes, 10 minutes of lack of concentration can cost you one set or match.
We are humans. We face tough situations. All things that can happen in a normal human person, of course, affects the tennis.
I don't think I've ever seen Rafa worried.
It counts that they earn their name, and the name now is working for them. Everybody who plays against Rafa, against Djokovic, or against Roger, everybody knows who they are. So they're already coming on the court losing the match, or half losing the match.
Federer sends the fans into a frenzy.
And he somehow saves inordinate numbers of match points.
You can't give a good player, let alone maybe the best player ever, that many chances to come back. They're going to find their game and start playing well.
Like everybody, on the mental aspect, this is very important. You're lonely on the court. It's a individual sport, and results might not be going your way. I've been in these circumstances before, and I use my experience to face it.
Nice, really nice from Muguruza again.
I had and I still have a psychologist. It's just about understanding myself, to accept how I am, because I'm a very emotional person. And understanding that and accepting that, I can make changes and improving to myself.
I think everybody has to figure it out for themselves. I think everybody is their own person, everybody's different, so you can't really say that this person will make you better.
Well, I think from start to finish, that was a mental battle. It was the pressure, it was the moment and the opportunity to make a final.
The more you play, the more you feel comfortable, the more you understand how you need to face adversity and challenges and how you can overcome those obstacles that are presented.
Djokovic dominates Federer. He gives himself a chance come Sunday for his 8th Australian Open title.
It's everyday hard work, and there's a lot ups and downs. She always the smallest one, the weakest one, and she had to prove it like so many times. She's in the big league now, but she worked like really, really, really hard to get there.
I know that people haven't really paid attention much to me in the past, but I had to establish myself, and I have. And of course now I'm getting the attention, which is, I like it.
Sofia Kenin produces one of the performances of her tennis life.
If you believe truly in yourself, if you enjoy what you do, which is a precursor, I guess, for the success, and then everything fits into place.
The first big worldwide sporting event of 2020, the Australian Open Women's Final.
It's a big moment in both these women's career. For Sofia Kenin, a first major final. For Muguruza, it's her 4th.
Going to a tournament, see how far can I go. I get very motivated also in the Grand Slams.
Sofia Kenin.
I'm in the finals playing 2-time Grand Slam champion. I knew I needed to step up my game.
The break comes, and it comes early. The Spaniard has it. She's in a position now where she can command the first set.
Every point was such a battle. A lot of moving, a lot of emotions on court from both sides.
Muguruza is first on the board, halfway towards the trophy in Melbourne.
I knew I needed to somehow just forget what happened and just move forward and just keep believing in myself.
Kenin gets the first break of the second set.
It's a subtle change here. You can feel it. Kenin just pressing up, and I like what she's doing.
Yeah, I knew I had to take my chance. I had to be brave. I needed to really win this and really go after it and not hope for things to happen. I needed to just believe and fight for it.
Set point for Kenin. Muguruza serves. Backhand return. Backhand from Muguruza is long.
And the 2020 Australian Open Final is going to a third and deciding set.
A few tears were happening in the third set. I knew I needed to somehow calm down, take some breaths.
Kenin found the net, and it's love 40. 3 break points for Muguruza.
A huge moment in the deciding set. 3 chances to get the first break.
The last set, in the tough moments, she came out with very good shots.
She goes cross-court with the forehand, Kenin. Then up the line with the forehand! And she saves 3 break points.
That's the game that I feel like changed things.
An open court, the American's done it! 5 consecutive points, and she holds.
I was getting closer to the title and something that I really want.
Muguruza serves a double, and Kenin has the break.
I was on fire and I was ready to take the beautiful trophy.
It's a double, and it's over. And Sofia Kenin goes from child prodigy to Australian Open champion.
I was like, oh my God, what just happened? Am I a Grand Slam champion? This is just such a dream. It was just a great moment. I was super excited.
The champion of the Australian Open for 2020, Sofia Kenin.
Everything's just coming into place, a dream come true. Everything that I've done and all the hard work I've been doing is paying off.
It is a very honor to win 10 times here. Australian Open is my favorite Grand Slam.
Tennis honestly saved my life. It really did when I was younger. And the Australian Open, single-handedly, changed my life.
To beat the best, you have to beat the best, and that is what we and everyone inside the stadium have come to witness.
Well, I think that Dominic is in the tour for many, many years. His tennis is dangerous. I think that he have unbelievable shots. It's not easy to find a player like him.
The anticipation is high. Welcome to men's final day here at the Australian Open.
started off really well. I broke his serve right away. I felt, the experience on my side.
What a start. It doesn't get any better than that.
Djokovic won 7 times here, but also Dominic knows that in the past matches also he had chances to beat, not only in a few times.
Ambulation, loss of serve.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, Dominic, is a fantastic tennis player that he disrupted my rhythm in my game at one point, and he was a better player.
Big moment.
I was trying to keep myself alive mentally as well and emotionally.
Gee, not sure it's a good idea to touch the umpire either.
You made yourself remark in this match. Great job, man. Especially in the second one. Great job.
Impressive effort from Dominic team to level up this final at a set apiece.
After I lost the second set, I started to feel really bad on the court. My energy dropped significantly.
Wow.
I was kind of a front runner in that third set, but obviously he had issues there. So that's also what made it easier to win that set.
He's got it all going on. Lovely flow to teams tennis. 2-1 to the Austrian.
And then in the fourth, I think was this one game at 1-1 where I had chances to break him where I didn't convert it, and then he recovered full and played probably his best tennis again.
Well, he's got nowhere else to go here, team. He's got to keep playing his game, but he's losing confidence in it.
And he 1 point and probably 1 shot separated us tonight.
He's looking calm now. He serves down the middle. That's an ace. Just a gentle shake of the racket from Djokovic. He looks round in his box. They're on their feet.
Djokovic takes us into a 5th and deciding set.
Novak is part of 3 guys who are by far best players ever who play tennis, and if you play Grand Slam finals against them, it's always going to be a match where very small details are deciding.
It's not the team's out of ammo, it's just that it's misfiring.
Forehand from team. Djokovic goes up the middle of the court. Team scrambling, slice backhand. Djokovic goes with an off forehand. Big cross-court backhand from team. Djokovic is there up the middle of the court. Wide from team!
The Djokovic dynasty down under is still intact. It's an 8th Australian Open.
Dominic, good luck, man. There are way more important things in life, and it's very tough what this beautiful country has been through or still going through. So I still hope that people who are affected, the wildlife, the animals who are affected, that they are recovering very soon, and that a disaster like this is never happening again.
First time I stepped on the Rod Laver Arena to play a match was against MARAT SAFIN in 2005, so it's been 15 years. Rod Laver Arena has undoubtedly been my most successful, my most preferred tennis court in the world. I love playing Australian Open. Results are showing how much I'm enjoying being here and competing in front of all the Australians.